What's up, y'all? Back with another episode. I am joined by Jake, aka Ghost Chunks, for the third episode of our podcast, the Silos Money Laundering League podcast. We had some really great matches, some players who popped off absolutely, and the league has, transitioned into another week. We have three people at 2-0, four of you at 1-1, and three at 0-2. Still a lot of time left in the season. A lot of fun stuff to talk about. Stay tuned for the PR at the end. Let's get into it. Jake, how you feeling?
Feeling pretty good, man. I can't believe 2 weeks of basketball have flown by already. It's pretty crazy. It feels like a lot has happened in the past week. It's been pretty spicy. Just in terms of like booms and busts. There's some interesting things going on, man.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun stuff to talk about. Some big performances I feel like have been happening all over the league. Teams have been popping off that I think nobody expected to really. The Bulls are an example. The Jazz are looking pretty competent. There were some crazy late game heroics where the Blazers took out the Denver Nuggets in a Jeremy Grant legacy game, and he hit some free throws to ice the game. It's crazy. But anyways,
You're
we should
goddamn right.
we can get into the meat of this real quick. Is There were some injuries. We got some new information, and some more might come out. This is being recorded on Monday night. Should be released Wednesday. So some of this information might be a little outdated, but we have some big stuff. Number one is poor Freak Bob, aka Ban FD. Trey Young is set to be reevaluated in 4 weeks, which is rough. That's a whole month of assists and points that are going to be down the drain. But hopefully some depth can be found there, and the Hawks will have some sort of short medium term thing to do it. Hopefully it doesn't take much longer than 4 weeks, but honestly, who knows?
Yeah, I mean, I think they have the depth to keep themselves afloat. Um, at least not totally just fuck up however many games that is between now and when Trey comes back. I think Jalen Johnson's probably gonna pop a little bit. I think hopefully we'll see if they continue to go be extra careful with Porzingis and rest him, or they kind of try to play him a little bit more frequently to make up for that loss. So we'll see. But yeah, shout outs to Freak Bob, RIP. Shout outs to you because you have Trey on another league, right?
Yes, I do. I do. I'm really
Tough.
hoping that doesn't hurt me too much, but we'll
Yeah.
see. Otherwise, we have Walker Kessler had a shoulder injury. I think it's not supposed to be too serious. The estimation is currently about a week of rest, so hopefully shouldn't be too bad. Austin Reeves, who has been electric lately, we're going to talk about him more later in the episode, but he's listed out tonight for right groin soreness, which I think is similar to what Norm Powell's been dealing with. And by the time people are listening to this, he might be fine. The injury listing says he should be back in time for Wednesday's game. And the other big one that I just came across a couple hours ago is Dylan Harper has a calf strain, which doesn't sound too bad, but apparently he left the arena last night in one of those big walking boots, and it says he's expected to miss multiple weeks. So that's another loss for your boy over here. I'm hoping it's not too serious. Dylan Harper was looking great to start the season, very composed, good efficiency for a rookie, and kind of instantly plugged himself into what the Spurs were going for right now. Like their offense looked great with him.
Yeah, I'm just glad it was just a calf strain. It honestly looked like it could have been something way worse, but calf strain ain't the worst, I guess.
Yeah,
Still sucks.
hoping his
That's
rookie of the year campaign isn't
yeah,
derailed by this.
that's already VJ's anyway. I don't think it matters, man. There's
I
nothing they can do.
I want it to be interesting. I don't know. VJ's been, exceptional. We talked about him in the boom section of last week's episode, and I don't know. I like when the rookie of the year race is exciting. There's so many people who have a shot at it, and we'll have to wait and see.
It's a very nice way to think about it. I just think he has the best fucking nickname of any rookie I've seen in years. The generator dude?
The generator is that?
You kidding me? Yeah, that's what they. Do you know why they call him that?
Why do they call him that?
They he when he got drafted, he like did an interview and he was like, man, I used to. He's like crying and stuff, you know. And then he was like, about me and my mom lived off a generator for like 7 years. Now everybody calls him the generator, and it's like hard. It's like it's sweet. Like it's a you know an emotional moment, but
Yeah.
I think it's a dope nickname.
No, I have a ton of
3J is pretty
respect
good too.
for the players who make it work, make it in the league despite all their hardships. That's super sick. Yeah. So do you want to transition over to the booms and busts of the week? I think we have some fun ones.
Yes. I think Jaime Jaquez Jr. is one of the bigger booms just on account of how efficient he has been. It's kind of freakish over the past 2 weeks straight. Um, and it's definitely something that I expect to fall off, just because some of the numbers are not just not sustainable for like fucking anybody. But irregardless, I mean, if he keeps it going, um, even even like if he kept 50% of the scoring and assists and rebounds he's getting, it would be a pretty significant improvement from like all of last year. So he's in a good spot. You got to feel pretty good if you have him. I don't even know who has him off the top of my head.
Uh,
But
uh, crossover Caleb. Step back K away threes. Picked him up off waivers. Actually, really smart pickup.
sneaky grab.
Yeah, that was
Sneaky grab, yeah.
ear to the ground. Is especially in a 10-team league, like you should be able to find stuff like that. And I mean, I'm happy for Jaquez himself to have this bounce back season, and it's a good pickup by K away threes.
Yeah, who
So
else we got?
so the way I have it organized is we can bounce back and forth between boom and bust. So for the first bust of the night, I think we have to say John Morant. He had 3 games this last week. 2 of them were pretty good statistically. You know, more than 20 points, as well as I think a handful of assists both times. But the most recent game was was ugly. It was he scored, I don't know, something like 7 points, and people are commenting that he hardly looked like he wanted to be there. There was a picture floating around of him sitting out of the huddle. Uh, a lot of this is outside of the realm of fantasy basketball, but the stats, as I can give to you, are 12 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal, and 4 turnovers, which is kind of grim for a point guard. And 6 assists is fine, not bad, but I think if this kind of continues, then it's not a good value for who was an all-star player. Uh,
I
I
think it's awesome that Ja invented like one of the greatest 3-point sellies of all time, and he's shooting like 17% from three this season. It's honestly incredible. I don't even know how you could be that bad ever. Vooch is shooting better from three.
yes,
We'll get to him
sir.
in a second.
Yeah,
We'll get to him in a second.
we gotta have the Vooch moment of the week,
Yeah.
but yeah. So Ja, for no seeming reason other than bad attitude, got suspended for a game. I think he played 3 games, but I think the Grizzlies might have played 4, which is really frustrating if you're holding him on your team. Like, no reason other than he was pissed. And I saw an interesting stat. I don't know if it's 100% true or not, but apparently John Morant in his entire NBA career, which is like what 4 or 5 years now or whatever, has never played 7 consecutive games. Like he always, it's always like an injury or a suspension or something always comes in the way, which is, I mean, that's just tough. Floating back to another bust here, we have Ryan Rollins, who has been a bit of a
I think you mean
revelation.
boom.
Oh, did I say bust? Yeah, I mean boom. Uh,
Boom!
yeah, Ryan Rollins has been, I would say, a revelation for the Milwaukee Bucks. He's been, super consistent in the double digits. He's been playing starter minutes, like 30 a game for the last 5 games. He dropped 30 on Thursday, averaging over 2 steals a game. His assists look pretty good, all things considered. He averaged 8. Well, I guess he would be averaging 6 or so. And I mean, it's exciting to see what he's doing for a Bucks team that I think a lot of people are not particularly high on. Giannis is doing Giannis things. It's not impressing people anymore, even though it's still statistically very impressive. But seeing a younger guy like this step up and make an opportunity for himself is really really awesome.
Yeah, Ryan's dope. He didn't he like go to jail for um something really silly in like his first year or
I
something?
think it
Do you know what
was
I'm talking about?
I think it was shoplifting.
Didn't he? Yeah, didn't he shoplift?
Yeah, let
Wow.
me former
Well,
Wizards
now he
guard charged with shoplifting from Target multiple times with team.
that's so sick. Now he's averaging 2 steals a game, so put those two together.
Dude,
Figure it
he
out.
was practicing.
Yeah, dude.
The grind
I
never
don't know.
stops, man.
If you could outrun some of those target security guards, man, they're fucking quick, dude. Some of them are like 16-year-olds. They're fast as hell. Um, yeah, Rollins definitely a boom. Should we go to a bust or another boom?
We'll do another bust. You wanna take Josh Hart?
Yeah, I'll take Josh Hart because I look, Josh Hart is one of my favorite players for sure. I think he's a fun guy and he's got a big motor and he's dope. Coming into this season, I had some concerns about Joshy under a new coach and with some of the decisions that were on display in the finals last year, where we kind of actively saw them phase Josh out in the playoffs, I should say, and like get kind of like better results for it. I mean, it was matchup dependent to a degree too. Anyway, I was skeptical, and lo and behold, Josh Hart, like he was out for a couple games to start the season, I think, and he came back, and he's not getting the minutes. Not near like you got to figure last year he was getting like damn near 40 minutes a game under Tibbs. And now it's like low 20s. Maybe. I think I've seen a game or two where it's less than that. And he's just not putting up great numbers. So, the rebounds, the assists, I guess it's decent, but for sure the scoring has been bad. On Halloween, he had 0 points altogether during their game. So, I don't know. You got to figure he was going in the like 50s or 60s, I think, like at his ADP. And to grab a guy like that and have him just fug it up this bad probably feels like a bit of a waste of a roster spot. But big bust right now. We'll see if anything changes.
Yeah, would love to see him bounce back. Uh, he really great, glue guy type of player who, yeah, I mean, he looked great for a lot of last season, like really just contributing in a lot of different ways.
Now
Uh,
he's kind of just doing cardio. It's a shame.
yeah, and less of it too. He's not getting good cardio.
He's not even getting 38 minutes of cardio anymore.
What can we do, man? Other than I don't know, resurrect Tibbs. Just kidding. I'm sure Knicks fans don't want that.
Cheer for Yabusele? No way. Cheer for some
I
French guy? Yeah, right.
could never. All right, we'll do another boom now. He seems to always come up. Vucevic, he never. It's like he never left, man. He's playing
You can't
30,
escape him if you
30
want to.
minutes a night. He's double-digit rebounds, not just double-digit rebounds every game, but for over 14 in 3 of his 4 games. He's improving as a playmaker on the super low key. He's got 9 assists, 7 assists, 2 assists, 4 assists. He's just he's just rock solid. Like I don't really know what it is about the maybe he's pairing up well with Giddy. I haven't watched any of the Bulls games yet. I'll be honest, but
I think he likes his team. Honestly, dude, I think maybe he's just having more fun and his play is a little like more I don't know, confident because of that? I don't know. Vooch is just eternal. Maybe there's just nothing you can do about it. Every year, everyone will say, down year for Vooch. Here it comes. It's coming. It's gonna happen.
And
He's like the European LeBron, except people don't like him as much. And like every year, everyone's like, here it comes. He's gonna fall off. But the Vooch persists.
the Vooch
Love to see it.
persists. That's
Bulls were
beautiful.
undefeated too until last night. They
Yeah,
were they were undefeated.
5-1 now, right? I think
Yeah.
still more or less top of the East. I would have to take a look at the standings, but they're
Yep.
doing big things out in Chicago. It's really impressive. So we have one bust and one boom left. I'll take the bust, and then you can go with the boom. So
Okay.
the last one we have is Tyus Jones, and while Tyus Jones is maybe not a particularly crucial player for the team, the Orlando Magic, he's found himself there. He doesn't seem particularly important for the category league format that we have right now. Is he plays about 15 minutes a night. He's not getting rebounds. He is averaging like 1.5 assists per night, and has gotten a steal twice in the last 4 games. So not really providing much value. I think the Magic are mostly happy with him because he's like a decent backup point guard, but I don't think he's particularly valuable in our format, and I would not say uh, really really brings much to the table here.
Yeah, I don't think I've watched 2 minutes of Tyus Jones play ever. I can't offer much on this one.
He was okay in Phoenix as a kind of a backup guy, but
Oh, he was in Phoenix, wasn't he? Yeah,
yes,
that's
but they had many
yeah.
of their own problems that did not start or end with Tyus Jones.
Tyus Jones.
Yeah,
R.I.P.
yeah.
That's our last bust. And then our last boom is I think he was our boom last week too. But he's still booming it up. He gets three big booms for me. It's AR-15. It's Austin Reeves. It's the fella out of Los Angeles. He's scored 21 or more in every game this week and 10 plus assists in two of those games on top of that. That's a double double automatic. AR-15 pretty much thrived in the absence of Luka and LeBron. Um, and is now also sitting a back to back, which is kind of weird that we have like mid 20-year-olds sitting back to backs now. But irregardless, I think he's probably taken another leap at this point. It's kind of just looking like it, and I think I don't know, could even be to a degree where the Lakers are like actually in good hands when or if King James retires. Between Luka and him, I mean that's a fucking they're shooting lights out. So
Yeah,
AR-15,
it's
big boom.
the Lakers look pretty exciting now. Like I think a lot of people were hesitant on the DeAndre Ayton trade, but he is competent, which I think is more than you can say about any of their other choices at center. And with players like Austin Reeves and a few of their other role guys, Jake LaRavia has been looking pretty good too. Maybe give him a mini boom. Quick shout out to him. He's had some good games. I think he had 20 something last night.
Hmm.
Uh, the Lakers look good right now, and Austin Reeves is no small part of that. He's been developing as a playmaker. The scoring's been there. You gotta feel good if you have him on your team. I definitely would.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So we're gonna do a very very quick preview of the matches, and then we're gonna get into our PR for the week.
You got Gio.
I do have Geo. I'm so scared.
That'll be fun. That's a good matchup.
it's
That's actually a great
I
matchup.
think it's gonna be fun because we have some certain the way our teams kind of match up are going to be interesting. Like I think he might destroy me in like blocks or whatever, but I might do better in turnovers. I think I'm gonna get turbo destroyed in rebounds because I
Mhm.
only have two pure centers on my team, and he has Victor Wembanyama, which is
Mhm.
he has that's the power of five centers right there.
Yeah.
Uh, I think it'll be a fun match. I'm curious to see how it goes. I will keep my eyes peeled, and now that Dylan Harper is out, I might get a little quirky with some streaming or other things like that. We'll see how it goes. Uh,
Sure.
Next up, we have Ethan's extravagant team versus Team Balls. Team Balls is kind of in the middle of a lot of different categories. Like doesn't has a couple strengths, but maybe nothing too crazy. And we'll talk about this stuff a lot more in the PI section. But Ethan's team is perhaps a bit lacking in some of the key categories besides turnovers, which may be because two players don't play.
Could be Ethan. I don't
Could
know.
be, could be. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Unk Still Got It is facing Step Back Caterway Threes. Both, I think, pretty well-rounded teams, but Step Back Caterway Threes is like really, really good in certain categories, especially some of the counting categories. So we'll have to see how that goes. Uh,
Yep.
Jake, you're playing the Bob Squad this week. How do you feel about that?
Mhm. Pretty good. I mean, I again, we'll talk more about this, I think, probably when we get to the ranking. But I have four players out. I just do. I have four guys completely out. However, um, the Bob squad's missing some artillery too, between Fox Edwards and LeBron. So I'm kind of like, and none of those guys I don't think are coming back this week. And I might get a guy or two back this week. We'll see. Um, but I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good, I think. Don't want to jinx it. I am 0-2. Keith has a dub. We'll see what happens.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. And the last one of the game, we have JBoss Fan Club and Ban FD. So, JBoss Fan Club is notoriously racked by injuries. There are multiple, I would say, all-star level talents that are sitting with the big red O next to their name. Anthony Davis recently sat out a couple games 2 days ago. It doesn't seem like a huge like that's only projected to be a couple days, but between AD, J Dub, the firepower might not be there, and Ban FD is a pretty strong all around team. I would say maybe nothing is top of the line, but I'd say there's enough to be competitive in a lot of categories. However, the loss of Trey Young is going to hurt the assist category quite a bit.
I think it's awesome that Matthew has uh, an injury list that is somehow growing larger, and Mark Williams is not one of those players on your team on the injury list. It's like really incredible that this is the world that we're living in.
They're playing their own version of Squid Game where every week one of them gets hurt again, and Mark Williams is somehow dodging the bullets this time.
Yeah, fighting for
Yeah.
his life probably
Uh,
to not break something.
bless up to Matt and bless up to all of those poor soldiers on the J Boss fan club.
Mm,
So that's our quick preview. I guess it's time to rattle off the PR. All right,
whack.
so feel free to hop in whenever you want, but I'll just kick us off with spot number 10. Spot
Yep.
number 10 is our good friend Ethan of Ethan's excellent team. This team unfortunately has a lot of holes in it statistically. Part of that is because two players on the team do not suit up. One of those players is Kyle Kuzma, and there's been a couple minor injuries here and there. Luca, Paul George, Tobias Harris have all missed a couple games or two. Aiton, I think, missed a game. Uh, last night. So things are pretty brutal for Ethan's team. If I think there's a lot of talent here, it's just kind of a question of can some changes happen and turn this team into perhaps a new form of it that's a little more competitive in some of these categories.
Yeah, I do want to correct you just super quick. Kyle Kuzma definitely suits up. He gets out there on the floor. I think who we're looking for is
Oh
who to point the finger at is Kevin Love.
no, I
And
wasn't saying that Kyle Kuzma doesn't play. I'm saying that he's Kyle Kuzma.
just a stray for no reason. I can get with that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean
yeah,
that's
yeah,
true. I thought, yeah. No, I'm down to talk shit about Kyle Kuzma.
yeah. Absolutely.
Sorry for uh, sorry for yeah
No,
breaking your
that's
flow
okay.
on that.
That's okay. Uh, so yeah, I Ethan, if you're listening, drop Kevin Love, please.
Drop Pat Cottington while you're at it too.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah, they don't play.
they don't
They
play.
don't play.
Also, use your IR slots to sign even more players. Those are sitting empty. Uh, all right, enough backseat coaching here. Next up, number 9, we have the J Boss Fan Club. We talked about this a good bit in the last episode, and we just talked about it during the matchup preview. They're banged up, and I think with 20 weeks in the season, it's not the worst travesty in the year to start, 0-2 or whatever. It's just kind of it's just kind of a matter of getting these guys healthy. I think once they are healthy, this might be, it has the possibility of being a meat grinder team. You got some raw bucket getters. You got some people like AD who can do a lot on the court. Jalen Williams was, I mean, he could have been a Finals MVP very well. The way he swung back from the start of the playoffs to the end of the playoffs was really impressive. So I think once this team uh, leaves the hospital, they will be. Well, I would be not surprised if they shot up the power rankings.
Yeah, and I even want to go a step further and say, like, if this team was fully healthy, I'd throw in the towel, man. I think that there's no question about whether or not it would be the best roster in our league, and I think we'll get an idea sooner than we think about the direction that it could be going, because I think Kobe White's going to come back sooner than we think. Same thing with Jalen Green, hopefully. And Anthony Davis is probably, like you said, only out for like a couple of days. You're still gonna be waiting probably closer to the end of the month for a guy like Tyler Hero. Um, and probably the same for Jalen Williams. But like if you get a couple guys back, I wonder how much that impacts his ability to win in maybe next week's matchup, or this week's matchup. And I don't know how soon they'll come back, but something to watch.
Yeah, could be very soon before we're like, oh yeah, this team could be good. To oh god, this team is good. Like I'm
Yeah.
count your blessings if you faced him in these first couple weeks, because the rest of us might not be so lucky.
Hmm.
Number 8. Fortunately, it's you, man.
Oh yeah, totally, dude.
I
It's
think
gotta be me.
I think on paper your team, because of being 0-2 is one of the main reasons you're here. But I think statistically your team is good. I think there's been a few unfortunate stuff with your injuries haven't been too bad, right? Or am I mistaken? You had a
No,
couple
I
guys,
got
right?
four guys out.
Yeah, never
Yeah,
mind.
I got
Yes,
I got four guys out.
Pirtle, Miller, yeah, KPJ. Yeah, those are some rough ones. My mistake. But despite that, you do have good stats. You have 3 top 3s, and you're competitive in a lot of the categories besides free throw percentage and threes, which I think is by design. That's something you were kind of planning when you drafted this team.
Hmm. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I don't know. I still like my team. I'm biding my breath until I get at least two of those four guys back, and then I will probably have a much better idea. Because I gotta figure I'm losing a lot of these weeks in some categories like points and steals by fairly close margins, and that's like basically with being down you know, like two whole players in the entire roster that my opponent potentially has up on me. So, I don't know. We'll see. I hope I'm not this bad though, like for the rest of the season. And shout outs to uh Ban FD for beating me. It was a pretty good set, but he had some pretty nice crazy style games from some of his players too, like Shingun and Larry Markkinen. Oh my God, we should have put him in the booms. Actually, we forgot. He's been going fucking nuts. Those
True.
guys definitely carved up any chance I had of like I don't know, just scratching a win as narrowly as I could. Just dash that away. So yeah, I'm definitely number 8.
Feel that. Hopefully you won't be late for much longer, man. Prayers up.
Prayers up.
Number 7, we have the Bob Squad. I think so this is the first team that is 1-1 in terms of records. But I think honestly in terms of stats, like I think you two for 7 and 8 are pretty close.
Hmm.
Because the Bob Squad is middle of the road for a lot of the categories. Like can be pretty competitive in a lot of the different counting stats as well. The only problem is doesn't have LeBron, doesn't have Anthony Edwards, who I mean Anthony Edwards has he seems to have this ability to pick things up very quickly. He became a like pretty elite shooter on high volume from 3 pretty quickly like last season. It was honestly pretty impressive. So, I think once some injuries, I mean, we've said that you can say that about a lot of teams in this league, but once the injuries start to clear up, I think this team has a lot of potential to move up.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, Keith actually, his team hovers in similar areas to mine in some of the categories. Like, I'm first in field goal percentage, but he is right there underneath me. Um, we both have pretty bad free throw percentage teams. His team edges me out in three-pointers. The only thing we're kind of different in, I think, maybe might be the rebounds, where I have a bit of an up on him, but at the same time, he's missing the King LeBron James, um, which would certainly help out with that. So yeah, Keith is hovering in a lot of these areas, and he's down 2 players, superstars no less too. So like, um, tentatively, it makes sense to have him at this ranking. Um, but I don't know. I could see him like being, if he's fully healthy, I could see him very consistently holding a top 4 spot.
I agree, man. I agree. I think this team keep an eye on the return of Anthony Edwards. That's uh
Mm.
that's what I gotta say. So next up, number 6, Team Balls. This team is very clear what it's good at. It's fourth in free throw percentage, fourth in rebounds, third in assists, and I believe top 4. I think also fourth in points. This is a team of bucket getters, and they do not care about shooting. This is dead last in field goal percentage. So I think
Yeah.
this team has clear things that it's good at that it's focusing on. And I think if you make a few, maybe a trade or a couple small additions, they could if they become more competitive in like 1 or 2 more categories, then this could be a strong a strong middle team. Maybe not quite good enough to be elite in any specific category, but if you can compete in 5 categories, that's all you need. That gets you the dub.
Get you the dub, yeah. And I mean, he's gonna get Darius Garland back at some point. We said the same thing last time, and that is not an insignificant bump to very specific categories. That so we'll see what comes out of that too. We'll see where that puts him.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm excited to see Garland back because I mean even last year the healthy Cavs were what 15-0 they started. They were playing so good. So
Hmm.
from a basketball perspective, I would love to see that team healthy again. See how the East is gonna look with them in it. Next up, number 5, the top half is Unk Still Got It. See, it's an interesting team that similar to the team we just discussed, has very clearly things that they care about. Free throw percentage, second place. Threes made, second place. Turnovers, third place. Uh, they are a team that they're smart with the things that they do. Rebounding, assists, steals is all kind of middle of the road ish, but I think this team kept it very close. This was the team I played in last week's matchup, and for a lot of it, I was sweating it. I was like, oh man, a bunch of these categories could have very well went either way, and I was pretty lucky to get out of there, uh, you know, mostly unscathed. So I think this is a good
Hmm,
team, and I think they have a lot of talent and specialists who can kind of provide some specific category stuff.
to be sure.
All right, fourth place is yours truly. I'm happy about my team. I managed to get my first win last week. I think we have some guys who are pretty capable of doing a lot of different things. Tyrese Maxey's been incredible. I'm so happy to have him. Franz Wagner has low key looked like the best player on the Magic. Uh, Booker's been pretty good. I'm not feeling great about Cam Johnson. He's always kind of my guy, but unfortunately has not been filling out the stat sheet like that. Uh, Statistically, I'm very happy with a lot of the different categories. I'm first place in free throw percent and points. I'm top five in most categories. I think. Make sure I'm reading this right. Yeah, top five in every category except rebounds. And I think now that Dylan Harper's hurt, maybe I just stream a couple random centers or whatever. See if I can up that a little more. Uh, and I have five different categories where I'm top three as well. So unless I run into some specialized teams, some teams that are designed to exploit my weaknesses, like I feel pretty good about what I can kind of bring to the table in a lot of these matchups. So I think I still have some tweaking here and there before this is the final form of this team, but yeah, I'm happy with it, and that's number four.
Yeah, I think you got a great team, honestly. You got some. You've got probably the strongest trio of point guards in our entire league between Maxi, Shea, and Devin Booker. It's a pretty nutshell, you know. It's,
Yeah,
that's a lot of scoring. That's a lot of threes. It's a lot of different things. Um, but yeah, Cameron Johnson looks like shit, man. He looks really bad.
I'm sad, man. I thought I was like, oh yeah, he's gonna be playing with Jokic, man. He's gonna have like lots of open looks. I think his playmaking is pretty solid, all things considered. But I think he's, as far as a player, and I think maybe the Nuggets are more, maybe they're happy, but like in this format, in the category format, he's not giving me particularly what I need, unfortunately. So hopefully he'll pick it up, or I'll have to, send him to the waiver wire. We'll see about that.
To the wire with you.
To the wire.
Who, who do
Guards?
we have at three? Yeah, gods. Cameron
Yes.
Johnson to the wire. All right.
We have Ban FD. So this is the first of the undefeated team left in our league. Uh, well, may I be so bold? I think my team is a little better statistically. His team's 2-0. Can't really deny that. It's
Mm-hmm.
competitive in most categories. Fifth in threes, fifth in rebounds, number one in assists, which I think that's considering Trey Young already missed a couple of games last week. So I think even maybe without him, like he might not go from first to he might go from first to second or third, but like I don't think it'll be a precipitous drop off like we might have suggested. Top three in steals, fifth in points. This is a pretty competitive team. This team can, it'll be scary to see this team in almost any week, as I'm sure you know, and I'm sure I will soon find out.
Yes. I don't have anything to. Yeah, sorry. I agree.
uh,
Onwards.
yes. top two, top two. Somehow we did it again. We did rate the teams who beat us week one. Top two once again. Poker 9 to 5 is second place here. The free throw percentage is not there, eighth place, and the turnovers also eighth place. Almost everything else is top five. Everything else is top five actually. His team is clear first place in blocks, clear first place in rebounds, second in steals, third in points. Uh, yeah, this team is really impressive. Like having seven categories where your top like four or five is the recipe to success in our category league. I would not be surprised to see this team have the one seed when it's all said and done, and they are who I'm playing right now, unfortunately. So wish me luck. I'm gonna hope that Victor Wembanyama has a magical off game or two when he pairs up against me, and hopefully I can get out of here with my wits still about me.
I don't know. He had his off game yesterday. I think right. He had a pretty bad game against the Suns. He might just cook now. Channel his monk training or whatever the hell
Oh, I
he
forgot
got in the
about the
off
monk
season.
training, dude.
Yeah, dude, the monk training and like the he like gathered like Thanos Infinity Stones. He also like trained with KG, which is crazy.
KG.
Who else did he train with? Like Wilt? I don't know. It was
Uh,
nuts.
yeah, I don't know. I'm sure Hakeem got in there for some bullshit
Yeah,
as well while we're at it. But
probably.
I mean, yeah, this team is like strong. You got a whole bunch of centers. Uh, good value picks like people like Drew Holiday, uh, Michael Porter Jr., raw bucket getter. I'm I'm hoping this team lets on the brakes for little old me. But I mean, hopefully that won't. I don't think that'll happen, but we'll see. First place, number one. They traded one and two I think from last week. Is step back Kate away threes. This team
Yeah.
is scary. They are top three in six different categories and competitive in basically all of them except for field goal percentage and turnovers, which I think is a pretty common way of doing things. Is the idea that like it doesn't matter if you're turning the ball over, you are scoring a shitload of points and just filling up the stat sheet in every conceivable way. Derek White maybe hasn't been what people expected from him, but despite that, he has been, you know, a fine addition to a team. A lot of value was made here on the kind of margins. We mentioned earlier that Jaime Jaquez Jr. got picked up by this team, and he's been on a tear lately, like really impressive.
Hmm.
Uh, you got guys like Kaminga who have been playing really good team basketball. Chet was injured, I think, for a little bit, but I think he's back to normal now. I think he's doing better. And yeah, I mean, you just have a lot of people here who can impact the game in a lot of different ways. So yeah, this team's scary. I hope I hope them good fortune, but also I want to win. So I hope they keep it pushing. I don't really have much else to say on that matter, but it's a great team and number one for a reason.
It's a great team. Yeah. Uh, yeah, super excited to see how these teams hold up in the coming weeks, and particularly in our current week, the third week. Uh, it's a long season. A lot can happen. So many things can happen.
Oh yeah.
And I have a sneaky suspicion that our top five, even maybe a couple months from now, might not even look remotely close to the way it looks now. We will see.
Yeah.
But I think that's it.
Yeah, man. I don't have anything else here, so I don't know about you. Any plugs you want to make?
Uh, Shout out to Grayson Allen.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. Shout out to Grayson Allen.
No reason really.
No reason.
He probably needs it,
He probably needs it.
honestly.
All right, man.
Everybody
Well,
fucking hates that guy. All right.
fun
All right.
talk, man.
Yeah.
Uh, Thank you everyone for watching. You making it this far. Appreciate it a lot. Drop a like if you liked what we had to say. And otherwise, talk to y'all this same time next week.
Peace.
Peace out.